How are you doing, YouTube? This is Mitch, and I'm here with a Black History fact, a little known Black History fact, since this month is Black History Month. So, today I'm going to be talking about an African American classical music composer by the name of Florence Price. So, let me tell you some stuff about her. I heard about this woman after watching a episode of the Kelly Clarkson show that talked about Florence Price, and it had like a couple of students that were studying her music, and they even played one of her compositions on the Kelly Clarkson show. So probably I'll put a link to the video in the info, but and that'll lead you to the video. So without further ado, let's get started. So here's what you need to know about Florence B. Price. Florence B. Price, but Florence Price. So the B stands for Beatrice, and she was actually born Florence Beatrice Smith. Okay, she was born and raised in Little Rock, Arkansas. She was born on April 9th, 1887. She was mixed race. She has two siblings. She was the first African American woman recognized as a symphonic composer, as well as the first to have her works played by a major orchestra. So, her father was the only black dentist in Little Rock, Arkansas, and her mother was a music teacher, excuse me. She gave her first piano performance at 4 years old and published her first composition when she was 11. She went to a Catholic school, she went to a Catholic convent, and she graduated as a valedictorian at 14 years old. And then after high school, she went to the New England Conservatory of Music in Boston, and she graduated in 1906 with an honors degree, and she also majored in organ teaching and piano teaching, and she even got a teacher certificate because of that. And while she was over there, she passed as Mexican to avoid discrimination against African Americans. She even listed her hometown as Pueblo, Mexico. And then she married somebody. She married Thomas J. Price. That's how she got her name Price. She married Thomas J. Price, and then they moved to Chicago as part of the Great Migration, which was a movement for black families to escape the South because of the racism that they faced in the South. So they moved to Chicago because of that. So Florence and Thomas had three kids. They were Florence, Edith, and Thomas Jr. And then they divorced in 1931 due to financial struggles and abuse. Then after that, she married a former Chicago Unions baseball player. So the Chicago Unions, they were an all-black baseball team that were founded before the Negro Leagues. And he was also an insurance agent. His name was Poussey Del Arnett. So they got married in February of 1931. Florence and Thomas divorced in January, and then Florence married Poussey in February 1931. So they legally separated, but they never filed for divorce. So, and also, of course, her career took off from there. So she started composing material. She composed over 300 stuff, including symphonies, concertos, and choral works. She was a part of the Chicago Black Renaissance, which was a creative movement that blossomed out of the south side of Chicago, and it spanned the 1930s, the 1940s, and the early 50s. And then a transformation in art and culture took place in the mid 50s. And then, sadly, on June 3rd, 1953, Florence Price died at the age of 66 due to a stroke. An elementary school in Chicago was called Florence B. Price Elementary School. It was opened in 1964 and closed in 2013. And her music was then discovered by some people who were either living in her summer home or were just like scoping out what was left in the home that she stayed in during the summer. And so they went into like probably her attic or her closet somewhere, and she found all of the material, all of the 300 songs that she had composed. So my thoughts about Florence Price is wow. And as somebody that doesn't listen to classical music on a regular basis, I think this is somebody you should study in terms of whatever. And also, most people never knew who she was because she was black. And also, what I'm gonna do is put her music down in put the links to her music down in the info. It's found on Spotify. It's found on iTunes. It's found on Amazon, Tidal, anywhere, any streaming services that have music. So I'm gonna do that. So that's all you need to know about Florence B. Price. Let me know in the comments what you think. Share this video, like this video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Take care.